For all assessments used in the calculation of teachers' evaluation scores for both teachers and evaluation scores, both teachers and students shall be scaled using the same measure. And it goes back to, there has sometimes been changes in the testing itself. If the testing, if we found the test to be actually invalid, or there has been some problems with some of the actual questions themselves, and they have scaled the test itself for the student advantage, we want the same in effect when it comes to the teachers. That's just the bottom line from there. Moving on with that, I'm just gonna run through these things. We can have questions afterwards. With L, and now I'm going to L. It's okay. I take just went through K. We have made a modification to our request. Notification to parents of the third grade students who score on the level 1 shall be the responsibility of the school board of Nassau County and the building level administration following the release of test scores. Sometimes a release of test scores, and not always, have been the year later where the students have moved on to the fourth grade. Where what we're requesting is not that third grade teacher who no longer teaches that child to give the phone call explaining about what the scores, what the problems is with the scores if they did not reach, if they only did reach a level 1.
So this would be, hypothetically, if this is a 4th grader who made it to 4th grade, you find out in November that they shouldn't have, who's to tell them?
Exactly.
Right.
Is it the third grade teacher who's already gone, passed through? I don't think that's appropriate. I think someone from the administration or a guidance counselor or somebody in that level, because I think there's a clear understanding. If you are teaching that child directly and the score has gone through, I can have an understanding of, all right, I'm the teacher, I can give that call because it's a personal connection. But once you're past that amount of time, once you're past through that and, the child's in the 4th grade.
I don't think the language says that though. Because this language could be, you learn of it while they're in your class, and it still would be the responsibility of the school board or the administrator. So we have to have some qualifier like you're talking about. Should the student go on to another grade?
I can make that adjustment on that.
And I'm not saying I'll accept it, but if that's your intent, the language, the way it's read, doesn't mean that. I'm not being nitpicky, I'm just saying.
I understand where you're coming
If
from.
an outsider reads it.
Should it be only 3rd grade students?
Now, what we're trying to say, we'll make a
Revise.
adjustment to that. We'll revise that.
Are you trying to say like to the parents of 4th grade students who really shouldn't be 4th grade students?
Or 9th grade, who really should be 8th grade, depending on what they did or didn't.
That is the intent, and we will adjust
I
it.
don't know how often that happens.
So what you're saying is, I'm the teacher, I've taught that child, I've had that child in my class, and that child scores a level 1. It's not my responsibility as the teacher who had that child all year, who taught that child all year. That's not my responsibility to let the parent know that that child scored at a level 1. It now is in fact the responsibility of the school board person or
If the child has
an
moved on.
administrator.
Yeah, if the child has moved on.
If they
If the
moved.
child has
Moved on.
Right, now if you've retained him, that's different.
Okay, then I'm with you, yeah.
So it's that timing.
I know, I see,
Right,
I
right,
understand where I'm
right.
coming from on that.
It would be like you suggested, notification to parents of 4th grade students who were improperly moved on and scored a level 1, then it's responsibility for whatever grade.
I went into further conversation in different districts and what was the intent on that particular piece, and that was one of the major, the major concern from there. We just, what we did from there is we included from the third grade level and just brought everyone, let it be passed over to the administration. But I mean, and it was, but the intent was mainly the people who had moved on.
But only third grade, doesn't that only have to, third grade when the notification is ready? Or is it made at all levels? I don't know.
No, it's only the third grades, the,
That was third.
No, it's third and third, 10th. And what's with the civics EOC? We're gonna have to go back and look, Suzanne.
but as a level one.
Third and tenth.
And that is for,
Tenth,
for
the mandatory
retention
retention.
purposes as well, right, at the third grade level. The notification is made because the child didn't score,
Right.
and now the child's being retained. And that's why that notification, right?
Right.
And sometimes it's, like I said, there's been scenarios and cases where the child has actually moved on, but they still have to inform them, I believe, by law, that they scored a level one. It's kind of an uncomfortable situation.
They have to remediate in the summer, as far as I know.
Yes, they do.
If they don't remediate, they can't move on. I don't know how they would get past go unless someone messed up on giving them the results from the test.
Yeah,
It's not like a van where you get the van, months late,
Mhm.
if at all.
Yeah, exactly.
They're mediating in the summer to see whether I can advance to the next grade, be promoted to the next grade.
Really, guidance should not let them go to fourth if they're at level one. But if there's a slip up, yes, this is the slip up cause.
Yeah.
Has this
But
happened?
have you,
Mhm.
has that
This-
happened here?
Has it happened here? Not to my knowledge, it has happened in other places, so.
But that's perfect. People are retired.
I mean, I like my job. It stays fair.
Have that in minutes, she's staying forever. Long time.
Oh, we're putting, it's gonna be not, the newsletters are gonna go out, everything, this is not just,
No shit tonight.
huh?
Notice, people stay forever.
Final piece, and this actually has been something that I